welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kate. I'm a third grade teacher in San Diego, California. Let's talk about this video. So today's video is going to be all about student portfolios. So kind of why should you have a student portfolio? How would you create them? And what do you do with them at the end of the year? So if this is something that you are curious about or you're wanting to implement into your classroom, then just keep watching. So at my school, we keep a PYP portfolio for each and every student. So there are 6 units that we teach each year in the PYP, and from each of those units, the students will pick out 2 items that they've worked on throughout that unit to put into their portfolio. Now, that's one way that you can do it. Before you start your portfolios, you're gonna wanna think, do you wanna do short term or do you wanna do long term? So maybe you just wanna do a semester to get started because the whole idea feels overwhelming. Maybe you're ready to jump into a year-long portfolio. The next thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pick a topic. So you're gonna wanna maybe say, okay, this is gonna be a writing portfolio, or this is a math portfolio, science, whatever it is that you choose. At my school, we do a PYP portfolio. So we teach 6 units of study, and within each of the 6 units, students choose 2 items total to put into their portfolio. You're now gonna come to the part where you're doing the reflection. So when you have the pieces for the students and the reflection sheet, you're gonna wanna remind students to really discuss and explain why they chose that piece or why that piece was chosen, right? To talk about the struggles that they might have had, the successes that they might have had, whatever it may be. Now, at my school, we really like to incorporate the IB terminology, such as being a risk taker or knowledgeable, being a thinker, being balanced, being open-minded, things like this. So when my students are writing theirs, if they haven't included that information into their reflection, then I ask them to go add that. I definitely reflected on what my peers had told me to make my piece better and stronger. I'm really proud of this piece because I worked really hard on it and I listened to the suggestions of my teachers and my peers. That could be an example of a reflection that you could write, that a student could write. And this is the kind of stuff that you want to encourage. Now, I also say that a lot of times I will ask the students if it's okay if I share the reflection of the class, if I feel that it's a very strong reflection. And most times, especially in 3rd grade, they're like, of course. They love having that spotlight on them. They love being recognized for hard work. And I'll read through the reflection, and it sometimes will help the kids that are struggling to write what they need. Now, for your portfolio, throughout the year, you're gonna wanna be continuing the process of adding items into the portfolio and then doing reflections on those. So this is what you're gonna do throughout however much time you're setting up for your portfolio. And at the end of your allotted time, for us it's at the end of the year, we give the students their portfolio with their 12 pieces in it. And this, then they're gonna choose just 2 items from the 12 that they have picked. And then they're gonna go through that same process. They're gonna have their 2 picked out, and then they're gonna write a reflection about those 2 pieces. I do encourage my students to look at what they wrote before and then to expand on it, or maybe their feelings have changed, but to not just rewrite the exact same thing. That I wanna see growth in their thinking about that piece. So you have to kind of preface that, because otherwise sometimes kids will just copy the same thing. And at the very end of the year, you can do one of 2 things. If your school is wanting to keep this portfolio from kinder until 5th grade, or kinder till 6th, or whatever, you know, your gap is, your age gap at school is, mine is K5, then that portfolio will then be passed on to the next grade up. And when they graduate from the PYP, they will get their portfolio with all of their pieces. So they'll have 2 pieces from kinder, 2 pieces from 1st grade, 2 from 2nd, 2 from 3rd, 2 from 4th, 2 from 5th. and then they get to take it all home. Now, the other pieces that are in the portfolio, if it's not something that I want to hang on to for student examples in the future or something like this, or it doesn't need to go into an SST folder, an IEP folder or something like that, then I will send those home with the students. And you would really be amazed at how excited students are to look back through their old work, right? Because it's a sense of pride for them. And it's a chance to see really how much they've grown. So that's kind of what we do with our portfolios. So from very beginning to very end. And I think that it's just such a great learning lesson for the students. It's a great learning lesson for myself. And we really just see such tremendous growth in our students. And so that is how we do our portfolios. If you're interested in doing a portfolio, leave me a comment down below. If you still have questions, you can email me at The Sleepy Teacher. I'm a lot more active on my email during the summer months. Yeah, if you're wanting to start a portfolio, please don't be afraid. They're actually really, really beneficial, really, really helpful. And I think once you start doing them, you will really, truly see the validity in it, the importance of it. So anyway, I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you'll consider starting a student portfolio. I think that the outcome is going to be something that you will be proud of, that your students will be proud of, and that their families will be proud of. Anyway, that is it. If you liked this video and you want to see more content like this, leave this video a big thumbs up. That tells me that you like this video. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that little subscribe button. I know I already said that. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.